I want to take a few minutes and talk about the power of personas when creating content with AI. It's not that you are going to be copying or using the personas per se to copy maybe a famous artist or a person of interest that you want to sound like. It's so you can learn how, when they write their content, how they make it effective. So you can boost the power, and the focus becomes looking at the way they say certain things or the way they format them, maybe their tone, their style, their point of view, the reading level they use. And inside of LeadCreator AI, now you can simply click create a lead magnet and you can drop down and there is a list of personas, and coming soon is going to be the ability to build a custom persona. But it starts here with this new feature, personas, that AI or that LeadCreator AI has given you now. So for example, Seth Godin, Gary Vee, Ann Hanley, Neil Patel, Jay Bear, Mary Smith, or Marie Smith, Brian Clark, Joel Polizzi, Rand Fishkin, Tamsin Webster. You may or may not know any of these people. But the point is, you can click on these, and of course you can Google them and find out who they are, but you can click on any of these and create and test these different personas. So for example, if we were going to craft a lead magnet, this is a 5-point listicle on mastering the art of building an email list, or the 5 points for building an email list. Click here on show original prompt. You can see that I used no persona. So you go ahead and you read this and you're thinking to yourself, what's the tone of voice? What's the style? And we're going to use ChatGPT in a second to break this down, because I have a secondary one, how to build an email list. And if you show this prompt, it was written utilizing the persona of Seth Godin. Now, when you set the persona, you'll notice that the tone choice is taken away from you. So again, you go back to mastering the art, and this was set to no personas. So then that allows you to select your different tone choices: formal, informal, persuasive, descriptive, narrative, humorous, inspirational, all the different settings and the different aspects of creating content that you need to be aware of that makes your content better. So if you were to take this again and you were to go and look at the persona that Seth Godin gave us, you have, or the content that this persona Seth Godin gave us, and you read this and you were to take it over to ChatGPT and you were to ask for a breakdown, it's going to give you a breakdown of differences between the two listicles in terms of personas, tone choices, point of view, reading level, and other key distinctions. And you can see here, listicle 1 is going to target business professionals or marketers who are action-oriented and looking for a straightforward guide to growing their email list. The advice assumes a practical mindset and familiarity with digital marketing tools and techniques. This persona likely values efficiency, measurable outcome, and professional growth. The point is, it's to the facts. It's straight to the point, just the facts, right? Just the facts, ma'am. So listicle 2, which utilized or took the persona or the way that Seth Godin presents his content, and now it appeals to creative entrepreneurs, small business owners, or individuals new to email marketing. The tone is more reflective and philosophical, resonating with readers who see email marketing as a part of a larger journey of connecting with their audience. That's pretty much spot on if you know who Seth Godin is, but then it takes it a little further. It has tone choices. So listicle 1, again, we didn't set a persona and we didn't set any tone choices. We just took to the default. And you can see here it's professional and instructional. The different verbs that it uses: create, optimize, and provide. The tone, as far as the emotive language, it is neutral. It avoids emotive language and sticks to practical, value-driven messaging. Listicle 2, again, written in the persona of Seth Godin. Conversational, inspirational. The tone is more personal and engaging. And then it moves on. Point of view. Point of view is second person. And you can see that the second listicle, which was written in the persona of Seth Godin, is second person with the first person plural, we, in places, fostering a sense of shared experience. The relationship is more collaborative, an author as a mentor or peer walking alongside the reader. You have different reading levels here, the structure and the flow. It's loosely structured versus structured and linear. Content emphasis, the focus from listicle 1, which we didn't pick a persona, is technical and strategic aspects. step 1, step 2, step 3, point 1, point 2, point 3. Whereas the persona of Seth Godin, again, you're taking on sort of his style and his concept of how he communicates, and it highlights the philosophy and mindset behind email marketing, and it emphasizes the adaptability and experimentation, encouraging a growth mindset and long-term perspective. Whereas, again, step number 1 or listicle number 1 provides specific examples to ground advice in practical scenarios. Step 1, step 2, step 3. Then there is emotional appeal, then there's visual and formatting considerations, and then it gives you a summary. And the point of this exercise and the point of having all these different personas here again inside of LeadCreator AI, when you click the green button, you have all these different personas, and then you can see, you can evaluate which one of these gives your content the most power or boost your content and is going to resonate as your content with your audience, and which provides you the best lead magnet. Now, there are other options inside of here, and one of them is negative keywords, and I want to show you and highlight that as well. So what I've done is I've written a listicle, a 15-point listicle about gardening, and I was asking it to create a listicle about top vegetables to grow your indoor garden. So if you wanted to highlight the fact that we are growing vegetables in an indoor garden, you can only imagine that tomatoes, and I'm going to copy that word real quick, tomatoes is going to show up in the listicle. If we were to go back to the original prompt, and again, we're not focused on personas or tone choices or point of view, include introduction, include conclusion. You could toggle these on and off now as well, but we want to focus on negative words, and I want to say tomatoes. So I want to tell it, give me the top vegetables to grow in an indoor garden, but do not talk about tomatoes. And again, we have reading levels down here currently that have 8th grade, 10th grade, 12th grade, and college. I know the feature has been asked for like a 4th or a 5th or 6th grade reading level, and that is coming soon as well. But for now, I just want to focus on negative words, tomatoes, because down here, number 4 was cherry tomatoes, the juicy gems. We're going to regenerate to see if the negative words, in this case, when it generates the listicle, is actually taking effect. So now it's generated the new content, and we'll go ahead and do a Control F, and you can see that tomatoes is 0 of 0, meaning that it created this 15-point listicle, and it talked about all the other vegetables that you could talk about or that you should plant in a indoor garden, and it didn't talk about tomatoes. So that's the power when you click the green button there of personas and the ability to take a look, and you should take a look and then go over to ChatGPT or go to Gemini and then compare these and ask it, what are the differences in these personas? Talk about tone of choices, point of views, any other aspects that you think that is important to you or might be very subtle when it comes down to creating content, very subtle. And if you were to focus on these different personas, you can create better content, specifically in this case, lead magnets. There's a link in the description. Check out LeadCreator AI with this new set called personas, or this new ability to pick personas, as well as the other options that are being made available when they update or add new updates all the time to LeadCreator AI. Link in the description. Thanks for watching this one, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.